Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Okay, thanks. I hope you enjoyed that. We are going to be talking about introductions in your nonfiction writing, okay? And we're going to do that by looking at 2 nonfiction articles, okay? This first one is going to be called Visual Learning. And what I want us to do is I want us to think about how the author is introducing each topic. The second one is called Save Smarter. So those are the 2 articles that we're going to be looking at today. Okay, so we're looking at how does the author introduce each topic. We're not even going to read the whole article. Matter of fact, I think some of you have already read Visual Learning. But we're just going to look at the very first part about this article. Let me pull this up. Great. This is Visual Learning. Virtual Learning. Did I write visual? I gotta fix that. Alright, so you can see this. I think you can see my icon right here, my mouse. This entire first part, this is the introduction. So, I'm going to read it out loud. Follow along with me because I think it's big enough on your screen. A new teaching device is showing up in schools, but don't put away your computers and tablets just yet. Imagine flying through space, diving deep under the sea, and traveling the world. With virtual reality, VR, students don't need to imagine it. They can experience it without leaving their classroom. Google is creating VR for students and launched Google Expeditions in 2015. Now it offers more than 600 virtual field trips. Ben Schramm works at Google Expeditions. He visits schools to teach students and teachers how to use the technology. I've never seen anything like it in the classrooms, Schramm told TFK. When we've come back weeks and months later, we still see the same excitement. Okay, so I want you to take out a notebook right now. Take out something that you could write with, because I want you to write some answers to this with me. How does the author introduce each topic, right? It's not visual, it is virtual learning. What do they do? What does the author of virtual learning do here? Well, if you look at this, there are 2 separate paragraphs right here. 1, 2. And I'd argue that he does 2 different things here. So what does he do in this first paragraph? And what does he do in this second paragraph? Well, this first paragraph is, look at the way he does it. I love this too. Imagine flying through space, diving deep under the sea. They're totally making you picture something, right? And I'm not even going to call this a specific strategy. I'm just going to write down what he does. You know, he's asking the reader to imagine something, right? He's also being descriptive. And are we just imagining it at, like, look at this. We're not just imagining anything. It's not like imagine a fork in your left hand. And you're like, oh, fork in my left hand. Whoa. No, that's too big. No one cares about a fork in your left hand. Alright? Look what he's writing. Imagine flying through space, diving deep under the sea. He's being descriptive. He's describing something awesome. He's getting you and Mr. B excited. Honestly, I would love to imagine flying through space, diving deep underneath the sea, and traveling the world. Right? He is getting you immediately interested in this article because it is an awesome thing. I love what this author does right here. Right? I think this is great. Now, what are they doing in the second part? What's he doing in the second part of this paragraph? Well, in the second part of the introduction, in the second part, they're giving you some background information and letting you know what the article is going to be about. Right? So if we were going to take that away and we're going to say, okay, what can we learn from this, right? What can we learn from this section? Well, this is what we can do. What you can do is strategy, Strategy. Get your reader to picture something. Super awesome. Not a fork. Not a fork. Right? And then give them background information. Letting them know what the whole article is going to be about. All right. Let's look at the second one, okay? Save smart. Where'd it go? All right. It's got about money. Already interesting. Love money. All right. Got a little more. Save smart. Here's our introduction right here. What are your goals? Maybe you'd like to run a mile or ace that big science test. The key to reaching your goal is planning out how to get there. The same is true for saving money. The right plan can help you save $50 for a new video game, $150 to see your favorite singer, or even more. These 5 time-tested steps will help you succeed. All right? So let me tell you, same thing. Ask yourself, all right, what did the author do here in this introduction? Okay, Save Smarter, what did they do, right? So the first thing that the author did in Save Smarter is they asked the reader a question. I hope that's what you thought as well. They tried to relate to the reader by talking about a science test or running. You know, something that we might all have to do. You see, they said, what are your goals? Maybe you'd like to run a mile or ace that big science test, right? They're trying to connect with the reader. And I said they connect in another way as well, right? They use the word you here. They're actually talking to the reader, which is great. I think you can see my arrow, right? It says the right plan can help you save $50 for a new video game. See your favorite singer. Or in the last sentence, these 5 time-tested steps will help you succeed. Does it sound funny if I say you like that? Even the very first sentence, too. What are your goals? They're connecting to the reader, which is a good strategy in nonfiction. You want your reader to continue reading your article. Talk to them. Welcome them into your world. Let's see, I've narrowed that. They connect a lot with the reader by using the word you a lot. And finally, they let you know what the article is going to be about. These 5 time tests. Good. Steps. That was the last sentence of their introduction. These 5 time-tested steps will help you succeed. That lets you know what the article is going to be about. You can see that on this page, step 1, step 2, that's what the whole article, the nonfiction article, is all about. All right. So what strategies can you take away from this, right? When you're in your writing, this is the important part. You know, how can you do this in your writing? All right. So in your notes, you need to copy these down. This needs to be part of your notebook, so you know you can always go back and look at these strategies when you want to write your introductions for your articles. So get out a piece of paper. If you've not already started doing that, all right, put it at the top, introducing nonfiction, then you can copy these strategies down. For virtual learning, what they did was they get your reader to picture something super awesome, not a fork, give them background information, let them know what the whole article is going to be about. And this is the key part, the key words in this picture are picture something. Ask them to picture something in their mind that's going to get them excited. All right? Copy that down. And our strategy to save smarter is they ask the reader a question, connect with them, make them care about your topic, use the words you, and let them know what the article is going to be about. Thesis. All right, when you're done writing that down, you can start writing your introduction to